me. You did. I'm in love with a big girl. She my diamond
There
in
you
the
go.
dark world.
It's like it.
Yay!
Okay.
Jeez, internet, my
What's
lord.
going on? Man, Instagram be on the BS. They really do. I don't know why this be happening.
It's the worst. I've noticed that. I'm like, okay, I think because they keep making so many changes to compete with TikTok. And it's like when you're making all those changes in the software, other things start falling apart, you know? Like, you gotta make sure everything gonna work, you know?
Exactly. But stop trying to be like TikTok. Stay in your own lane. You good? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
They can't. Have you seen The Social Dilemma?
that's a documentary?
Documentary on Netflix. You need to see it because it basically explains how the algorithm works as a business. And when I tell you,
Wow.
But let's go ahead and get started. I told some of my followers about a little bit more about me because I have so many new people. I told them about the dog attack, like where my PTSD originated from, that I'm from Dallas and I came to Houston for college. I'm a daddy's girl. I'm
Okay.
an only child.
So you're not, I thought you was from Houston. You're not from Houston.
According to some of the comments that I read, we're called Houston transplants because we be coming from other cities but have been here long enough.
Okay. Well, as long as the body accepted, it's all good. It's all good. So
exactly, like I, adapted and I survived, so I'm good. I know how to move around out here.
that's what's up. Houston got me worried because I was looking at getting a property there, and one of the guys that kind of helped me direct my investments, he was saying I should wait. He said because he feels like they're going to have one of the biggest property tax increases in this next coming up year or so. He said, so you might want to see where that's at first because you mess around and get a property and then you try to rent it out, it won't make a difference because the taxes will be so high. So I said, wow. So
yeah, I would definitely look into that. Our governor, the laws that he be making and stuff, they're usually always to profit him. So that sounds like something that he would benefit from. I wouldn't put nothing past him. They was dragging they dragged him during the pandemic. They was like calling him Hot Wheels and whatnot because he was just making dumb claims, like especially with the water crisis we had out here. I mean, with the pipes bursting and electricity being out and people died freezing in their homes and stuff. All the excuses he had was just piss poor. The infrastructure wasn't able to hold that much electricity going on in that kind of environment ever. So the excuses he came up with, people drug him all up and down. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, any social media platform you can find.
oh my God.
Look it up. Trust me, you're gonna get a good look.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check out The Social Dilemma, and I'm gonna look into y'all governor. So Aneice King, we got Aneice King on the vine. So today I kind of wanted to have a conversation with you. Kick back like we do, just kind of get to know who you are. So Aneice King, who are you? Where you from? Talk to me like that.
All right, so I'm from Dallas, and I'm from a suburb in Dallas called Duncanville. And so Duncanville, Cedar Hill, DeSoto are the three cities, the three suburbs that are right next to each other. So they all were the major Black populated areas, but we had to move on up and get the better properties. But our districts, we competed against each other in track, and so a whole bunch of Black kids just running against each other. When I tell you, those would be the best track meets ever. So Dallas is really known for having the suburbs running the track, the basketball team, football team. That's where most of us are coming from. And then the ones from Lancaster, which is downtown Dallas.
Okay.
Give you the run for your money. You ain't fast till you beat one of them. So Dallas definitely cultivates a lot of talent. They usually come from out there because Duncanville is such a big school. They used to call it Duncanville University. But like I was saying earlier to my followers earlier on my live, I got sick of my classmates and I had to graduate early. I was like, y'all getting on my nerves. They were too childish for me. I'm an only child raised by older parents, Baptist, very strict Christians where they played a game with me talking about some don't ask me, ask your mama. So I stopped asking them to go anywhere and do anything with people. So that's kind of that's my personality, all stems from my upbringing. My classmates were just beneath me. They couldn't keep up. I was like, y'all, you children. y'all in school, I'm finna go. And my mom said I had that mentality even at daycare. I'll be up there like, I'm waiting on my mama. I don't know what y'all doing here. Like, I don't know. That's an only child own kind of characteristic. But yeah, that's pretty much like how I move. Everything is based on like how I was brought up. Like me being an only child, I move around by myself. I have no problem. I go to the movies by myself. I go turn up. And this weekend, I went to every little club area that they have. I went to the LGBTQ plus community. Then I went to Washington Ave, went all them bars. Then I hang with us for a little second off of Richmond and whatnot, and then come on home. But I move like that, so I usually don't have people with me. I pull up on people, but I'm the pop-up queen, because if you ready to go and I'm not, I ain't trying to hear it. If I'm ready to go and you not, I ain't trying to hear that either. So I just cut all that out. But everything I do is based off of me just either analyzing and just trying to understand society, because I always have to have I get a second perspective, because it's like I'm watching you guys trying to figure out how society works, because I never got that experience. I don't have siblings. And then the way I was raised, my dad worked days and my mom worked nights. So I was always with a parent. So their schedules overlap when they cross paths, and then they go to work. That'd be like 3 days a week, because my mom's a nurse, so she only did that a couple nights a week. But because of that, on top of that, I was always supervised. I was watched like a hawk. You hear me? Anything I was allowed to do was church related. It was a church activity or a school activity. So that's why I did so many sports. I ran track, I played tennis, I figure skated. I did everything I could to get out the house, because I was like, look, I got to be around people my age. And
hey, where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. And you know what's crazy? Because of how strict my parents were, I never did anything like outlandish or like, you know, go against the grain until senior year. I was like, you guys, you know, I live under a rock. Like, I have to say we did something. So everyone found out that all the teachers lived on my street. Actually, my whole neighborhood. So on the street, my next door neighbor was my physics teacher, and everybody freaking hated her. Miss Reynolds, can't stand her to this day. As a matter of fact, she still live there. Anyway. And then my biology teacher was across the street on the other side of the same street. Then our band director was 2 streets down behind us. So when they found that out, they was like, dead. It was like, all right, we're going to egg houses tonight. We finna TP everybody. So we all went on a day. My dad, I forgot where my dad went, but for a brief window, he was not going to be home. I was like, oh, this is the window we got. We got to move quick. It was like we was doing a heist or something. Man, that shit was so fun. We went to the grocery store. We got eggs. We got toilet tissue. And we had planned it out. We was like, we can't make it look like we're trying to go for the teacher. So we got to get a little bit of everybody. And then we got to like try to hit your house too, so they won't know it was you. So no one saw all my friends pull up, because they all came through the back of the driveway. Man, when I tell you, that was the best executed prank ever, because the next day, that same night, you would hear people kind of like mumbling because they heard stuff. But then the next day, our teachers were talking amongst themselves. And then also because I'm so sweet, nice, and kind and quiet, no one ever suspects me to do anything illegal. So I take advantage of that. I be in here scheming and plotting. And I be having a good time. Oh, and then I'm a Scorpio. Oh, it's built in us to, I don't want to say like revenge, but I believe in fairness firmly. So if you cross me, baby, I'm going to cross you way harder. And that's kind of just how I roll. Like, I got beef with 2 people right now. I thought I saw one yesterday. I was finna be in there tussling. We was going to be moving furniture. But, she wronged me.
Let me ask you this. Even like as a Scorpio, because, I'm not into signs. I don't really believe in astrology like that, but my sister knows all of that. And then I have other people I know who are they're serious. So, I'm an Aries, whatever that is. But it's just like, so, Scorpios are supposed to be dominant. They're supposed to be sexual. They're supposed to be like self-starters, go-getters.
True.
Like, I was going to just say, do you feel like all of that is true to your sign?
You see what this is?
What I'm looking at.
You don't see this? It's usually in every video I have. This is my home.
Hey! Yeah. I'm about to run to the bank, so you got the right one. Okay.
Man, let me tell you, I find the sexuality to me is fun. That is a Scorpio trait. Like, it's fun to us. That ain't a problem in my relationship, but so that's true. We are very much self-starters. If you knew some of the operations and things that I have going on behind the scenes, like I told my audience earlier, coming out with my merch line, and like everything I'm about to drop, it's gonna be super fire. But that's like the only thing I can speak on because I have like 3-4 other projects coming on right behind it. Like,
right.
So yeah, we're definitely self-starters. We're very independent. Like, so on top of the fact that I'm the only child to move around when I feel like it, I have that characteristic as well. Hold on, hey, stop. Oh, let me introduce you to Miro. This is Miro. He is 1 year old. Bad as hell. He's a Yorkie, and I did not know Yorkies were high energy dogs that don't know how to sit down somewhere.
Hell yeah.
If she ain't thick,
I got a Yorkie.
then she ain't for me. You did. I'm in love with a big girl. She my diamond in the dark world. When they ask, boo, I choose you. Cause she do everything she posed to. I'm in love.